This is the port of Piraeus. You know, in the ancient world, Greece was a shipping powerhouse, and they still are. Despite being a relatively small country with a population that's roughly the size of North Carolina, Greek-owned companies control a staggering 20% of the world's merchant fleet.
Today, we stuff everything into 40-foot steel containers. But back when the ancient Greeks ruled the shipping lanes on the Mediterranean, their most valuable goods, wine, oil, exotic spices, even preserved fish, were transported in ceramic vessels called amphora. Along with commercial shipping, modern Piraeus is also a travel hub for cruise ships and ferries that travel between Greece's more than 200 inhabited islands.
And this is where my adventure begins. You see, a few months ago, I received this mysterious invitation to a Greek wedding from an old girlfriend. And I gotta say, I'm thinking
We are not doing Mamma Mia!
Right, sorry, no Mamma Mia, scary Shipwreck Island. Can we at least afford some knockoff ABBA music? There it is.
Life is short, the world is wide, and I have a boat to catch. To reach Greece's answer to the Bermuda Triangle, I board this massive ferry capable of carrying 1,800 passengers, over 400 vehicles, and one intrigued adventurer.
Our voyage to the shipwreck island of Forni isn't exactly a quick commute. We'll be sailing for nearly 10 hours as we navigate through some of the nearly 200 islands that make up the Cyclades and steam through legendary waters.
Forni, with barely 1,000 residents, is a tiny cluster of islands that sit near the eastern edge of the Aegean Sea. Few tourists make it there, as most hop off on better-known and more mythic islands. Our ferry will stop first at Syros, the home of the messenger god Hermes, then to Mykonos, where Hercules himself defeated a race of giants, and on to Icaria, where the doomed flyboy Icarus flew too close to the sun and plummeted to Earth. These tales are woven into the very fabric of Greece. But in a split second, the only deity I'm worried about is Poseidon. Day turns to night, and night brings a howling gale.
These are now absolutely terrible. We've got huge waves crashing off the bow, sending water up almost above the ship.
The sea churns, the wind screams, and I imagine riding this out in an ancient wooden vessel a fraction of the size of this ferry. Just before I decide to relocate to a lifeboat, though, the tempest suddenly and mysteriously stops.
The wind has died down, the seas are calm, kind of an eerie welcome to the island.
With Manos at the helm, we speed around the coast of Forni to hover over one of the wrecks that's recently been discovered. To figure out how it ended up here, we quickly get to work, suit up, and splash in.
Follow me, we're going straight down. Copy that, I'm right behind you. Look at that huge pile down there, that's the wreck. You can see the outline of the ship. I can see it clear as day. Unbelievable, look at that. Here, you can see traces of the wooden framing of the ship. That is incredible. Yeah, you can see those ribs there sticking out. Absolutely amazing. In the center of the wreck, we have this huge pile of stones. What are these? Are these ballast stones? No, there are too many to be ballast stones. We think that somebody filled the ship with stones in order to sink it. To sink it on purpose? Sink it on purpose to vanish every trace of it. Who would do that? One word. Pirates. Pirates! Okay, here we go. Passing 40 feet. Just past the 100 feet and you'll see the wreck. I got my eyes open. This is what we call wreck number 13. There it is! Look at that! That is cargo! Now we're talking! There are containers everywhere!
I'm absolutely stunned by what I see. Thousands of ceramic containers everywhere I look. a treasure trove of ancient history littering the sea floor.
You know, this amphoras is a container of antiquity.
Amphora were the Amazon boxes of the ancient world. Some form of them was used by every culture on the Mediterranean to ship oil, wine, and precious goods across the sea. Their design made them deceptively strong and easy to pack into a ship's hold, where they could be stacked tightly for transport.
And how old is this wreck? This is the oldest wreck we found in Furni so far, dated back to the 6th century BC, so 550 BC.
You're telling me this wreck is 2,500 years old?
Exactly. Just follow me, I want to show you something else.
Woo! Wind just picked way up, and I'm gonna jump from 5 miles an hour to 20 in a heartbeat. And gusting 25 knots. That got real. We're up to almost 30 knots here on what is a sunny, calm day if you're not in this channel.
Everywhere else, it's a paradise. Here, it's hell.
It's hell. Imagine trying to come through this channel in really bad weather. It would be madness.
Absolutely.
We are in a vortex. An anemometer is literally spinning in circles. You can see the Dipac Trail is just swirling in the water now. Really erratic currents in here.
The wind and water are churning wildly around us. Minutes ago, we lived in a predictable world. Now, we're at the mercy of the gods.
Everybody hold on.
Whoa! Hang on! Whoa! Gusting above 30 to 40 knots.
Then, as quickly as the conditions kicked up, they subside.
Woo! Oh my word, and now, no wind.
No wind. These gusts are deadly.
Yeah, you can see it. I mean, just under half sail, and we're halfway over.
Nobody expects this.
Right.
When it's out of the channel.
That's right. The weather's totally different out there. You sail in, it's like a trap.
Exactly. Josh, you see the many rocks?
The many rocks, yes.
This is Scylla.
That's Scylla, the many-headed monster.
That's Scylla.
All the shoals, all the rocks there that ships could hit. And behind us, the Dye Trail is swirling.
This is Charybdis.
It is Charybdis. It is a whirlpool of current over there. So maybe this is the monster.
Exactly.
Mythical monsters in real life. Manos, I think we got a good idea of what's going on here. We've got the Dipac Trail to look at. We've got your data to look at. So should we head for a safe harbor?
Let's go for a beer.
Oh, God bless this man. All right, guys, we're headed home.